I love like talking about what could be happening to our world right now, because our world right now is fucked.
Right.
It is fucked, and it has to get better, and it just seems like it's just getting worse and worse and worse over time.
I just left the hospital, might need another liver. Kidney failures, I tell you, this shit can't be no realer. My body enjoys 2 per million, so it's hard to clear my system. This shit get hard on a nigga, I hardly show my feelings. Look up to see stars, but I'm realizing God in the ceiling. I been getting high and consistent, but you trying to show me different. Judging me for trying to whip it, I'm tired of the critics. But I can't cap, I ain't feel it, but this time I might have did it. That dog didn't care who the rich is. I need that.
Welcome back to Couch Talks, the #1 podcast at Bergenfield. I hope you all are having a great day. Today we have a new guest, Aiden de la Cruz, the youngest guest to come on the podcast so far. You know, we talked before. You texted me, you said you really liked the podcast and stuff, and you said you had some ideas for me. And then when we met, you started talking about them. You sounded really interested in the topics you were talking about. So I thought, why not just have you on the podcast yourself instead of talking about it with somebody else that might not be as interested in the topics that you're talking about?
Yeah.
So, what's up, man?
That's good.
You excited to be here?
Yes, definitely.
All right, so first, what do you want to start with?
I mean, first we could talk about the school corruption.
School corruption?
Yeah.
What's your take on that? You came up to me, you sound like you really are invested in school corruption. What do you mean by that? Or explain to them what do you mean by that.
All right, so what I told Ryan is school, they want you to the school system, they pretty much just want you to sit down, take notes, shut up, and do problems the one way. And that's not how life should really be taken. Because when you grow up, you're just gonna be like, oh, I only have to do this one way. It's only the right way and everything, and that's not how it should be. And school, they should really give us more creativity, and they should let us actually think about what we want to do, because in the future, we're all we got. That's just it. We're all we got, and you can't be listening to other people about how to do something, and you just have to go by yourself. And I just want I want school to change. That's basically it. I just want school to change, because now a lot of people, they don't really care about school. And I get it, school, you can learn a lot of life lessons, but the way that we're learning isn't the right way.
How did you get to this conclusion? You were just sitting one day in class and you're like, yo, fuck this shit. I don't want this.
I was like that since 3rd grade, actually. I just really gave up on school, and I started wondering, why don't I want to do good in school? Because my parents are trying to push me and everything, and I'm like, whatever, I don't really care. And then I was thinking one night, 12 midnight, and then all the thoughts come to you, and then surprisingly it hit me, and I'm like, wow, it's more complex than it actually seems. And I just I don't know, it was kind of weird. It's kind of weird.
I mean, why do you think school is the way it is now? If it's such a bad thing, why is it the way it is now? How did it get to here?
Probably just the older generation, because the older generation, they're just strict. They go off of hitting. They went from hitting people with hitting students with rulers
Yeah.
and everything, and that just gets passed down and passed down and passed down, and it's just crazy.
How do you think we improve? How are we supposed to change going forward? I mean, changing the school system would be really, really hard. I feel like
It'll be really hard,
stuck in
but
some sort of way.
I mean, having a teacher that'll really have this have students that actually focus on what they want to focus on,
Mm-hmm.
and help them expand on it, instead of like just teaching them one thing,
Mm-hmm.
that's actually how school is gonna change.
Mm-hmm. I definitely hear what you're saying, like 100%. I just also think I also see the side of the schooling because I think, I mean, do you know what you want to do in the future? Do you have an idea? I mean, you told me you wanted to do like streetwear and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
business. I want to do like I want to make my own clothing brand and invest in the stock market.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do that.
I mean, when it comes, I mean, we'll just use us two for example. I mean, you have an idea on what you want to do in the future. I have an idea what I want to do in the future. Not every kid's like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of kids go to school. I mean, you see the kids in school. Some of them don't have a brain. It's like they go to school, have nothing going for them. They're literally just following everything they're getting told to do. So I feel like if you give them the freedom to make their own choices and choose what they want to do, they
Yeah.
don't even know what to do. So I
Yeah.
feel like some structure in science and math and stuff, that gives them an idea on what they like and don't like. So I feel like it's almost needed because not every in a perfect world everybody would be born and after a few years know, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. But a lot of kids aren't like that. There's only a few kids that actually know what they want to do from a young age. But you think school helps find out what you like to do, or do you think it's just actually a waste of time? Because I feel like up to a certain grade,
It's
like
a waste of time.
necessary.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Like I feel like maybe elementary school and middle school a little bit. I think it's not too bad. You know, they're teaching you basics, but like when you get older, I mean, bro, what am I gonna need to know? X to the third power minus
Yeah.
that. Like I'm not gonna use that in my life.
My
ever.
teacher every single year is like, "Oh, you're gonna need this in the grocery store to find out what the sale is,"
Grocery
and I'm like, "Dude, just buy it."
Yeah. No, my teacher, the weird thing about this year is the first day of math this year, my teacher sat me down. Or not sat me down, she sat the whole class down. She was like, to be honest, you're never going to use this in your life. Like, I get this all the time, and you're never going to use this in your life. And the first question I had was, so why are we learning it? If I'm not going to use this ever in my life,
It's
why am I
disgusting.
spending an entire year learning this for no
Yeah,
reason?
it's
It's a waste of our
disgusting.
time. But then she says, oh, it's to help you problem solve and da 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 da. But it's really just a waste of our time where I could be using that period to be learning something else more valuable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
So how do we improve the school? How do we move forward? Like if you had a brand new school system, like you can start from the like let's say you're in Minecraft and you could fucking build a school from the ground up. How would you build the school? How would you create the school?
I would make classes for anything. Like, not just math, science, English, history, not those classes. I would have those classes, but I wouldn't want kids to go to those classes. I want them to go to something that they want to do. If you want to make a robot, go to this class. If you want to if you want to like just build something, go to this class. If you want to art, this class, or like just do whatever you want.
And what about the kids that don't know what they want to do? What are you
For
gonna do with them?
kids, I would like probably like hire teachers that don't specifically touch on one thing, but they touch on everything. And once that kid finds what they want to do, that's what they'll stick with. And then they can change to a different class.
Okay, shit. Yo, you feel like I feel like you've thought about this a lot.
I have.
You have like a whole school system where
Yeah.
that was wow. Okay, damn. You say you're into documentaries and you're into that stuff. What kind of documentaries are you into? Like, what do you think is your passion when it comes to documentaries? Like, are you into like animals? Are you into murderers? Are you into
Murders.
Murderers? You
It's
like
weird,
murderers?
but yeah, I like. I want to like find out what people go through to get to where they are, that makes them into what they are. Pretty
Right.
much.
I think, yeah, I mean, it is fascinating when you go, like, look at a serial killer's, like, past or their childhood. Like, they be have some messed up childhoods.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Like
prime example.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
I was about to say
Jeffrey
Jeffrey
Dahmer.
Dahmer. He had a fucked up childhood.
Yeah, and his dad was the one. I don't know. I want to say that his father was the one that pushed him to do what he did, but he definitely had a part in it.
Yeah, he sparked his interest for,
Yes.
like, the dead things, with
For
the
the dead-
roadkill
yeah.
and stuff. Do you think just because they had a messed up childhood, though, do you think it justifies it? Because that's really where it comes in. You know, you can have a fucked up childhood, but not everybody grows up to be a murderer. So,
Yeah. Well, well, he also had that surgery thing
yeah.
that made him
But did
change.
I mean, how many people have had that surgery? You got to think about it like
Well,
just
you don't
because
know.
these people
Wait,
do these
you don't
things.
know. It's older. They knew what to do, but now they have different ways of doing the surgeries, and they could probably make it better so that people wouldn't turn out with the surgery like Jeffrey Dahmer,
Oh shit.
because that was a long time ago.
It was a long time
That
ago.
wasn't now. They could have probably made something or done something to change how the surgery goes.
Shit. Serial killers are weird, man. It's weird shit. How do you wake up and you're just like, man, I want to kill that person? How do you like live with yourself after that?
I mean, I don't know, when Jeffrey Dahmer when he wasn't living with his father or anything, I don't remember. Did he kill anyone already? I don't think so.
When?
When he got fired, I think, from his job.
Um,
He was like
when
drinking
his
beer every
dad,
day.
yeah, he killed somebody at his house. He killed somebody in his parents' house, or I think like a few people at his parents' house before he moved to his grandma's house, where he killed like 6 more people there, and then he killed a bunch more people at his like apartment. Like when he was fully by himself. He killed a jogger. I mean, at least in the show, he killed a jogger first. He bring him home, like a hitchhiker. He bring him home, then they were lifting, and he was gonna bring him to like a concert, and then the guy was trying to leave, and then he like hit him on the top of the head with a weight, and then killed him.
See,
But
that I
he
didn't
didn't
know.
mean to. Like he just wanted to stop him.
And that's probably what actually sparked,
Yeah.
aside from his dad, that probably also sparked him wanting to kill people.
But
Because he probably actually like felt good doing it.
but does it justify it? Like
No,
because
definitely no.
when he was younger, his dad started showing him the roadkill and stuff. He grows up to be a murderer.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing justifies being a murderer.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know where the fuck I'm going with this. I don't know. Being a murderer is weird.
Oh, did you know? This is about Jeffrey Dahmer. Did you know that Netflix, they made the show about like the people that were a part of it. They made the show about the people that were a part of it, and they never even contacted the actual people that were a part of it, and never told them that they were gonna like actors were gonna be doing what they did like in real life on the show. And like people that were there was like a black woman. She was like in the court, and she was like screaming, and that actual woman, she wrote like a whole thing about Netflix not telling her that they were gonna be releasing a show about Jeffrey Dahmer.
Mm-hmm.
And she was saying that she's reliving her nightmare, uh, and they should have contacted her and everything. I don't
So you
know.
think it's wrong?
Releasing Jeffrey Dahmer without having their consent, yes.
I mean, who was she? She was what, one of the victims' mothers or something?
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, she should have at least been aware of it.
She
I think it's
wasn't aware
fucked
at
up.
all.
I mean, how long had they been filming the show? Like a year or two? And then not even throughout the whole time, nobody's like, maybe we should like tell her.
Yeah,
Maybe we should let the victims know.
Nobody told her.
That's fucked up. You know, I saw a TikTok or some shit saying that like, how many people do you think are gonna be like a little bit psychotic watching the show and then get an idea to do some shit like this because of the show?
That I didn't think about.
Yeah, like what if a murderer or murderers now think it's okay because they see Jeffrey Dahmer doing it and they're like, okay, now, I mean, does that actually spark anything? I've never really thought about it, but like, I mean, if you're a little bit psychotic, you're like on the border of like doing some crazy shit, and then you see a murder like whole show, and then you're like,
Maybe.
fuck it, let me do it. You think that actually happens or no?
Yes. Yes. Definitely.
Shit.
Because they're just if the person is watching that Jeffrey Dahmer series, they're gonna see something and then they're gonna be like aroused of it.
Hmm.
And they're gonna like want to do it themselves, obviously, but that's just gonna make them go just do it because they saw already somebody do it, and they were probably like, "Yeah, I want to do it now. I definitely want to do
You
it."
think does Netflix, are they responsible for that though, or is it just like, he did it by himself? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, not before the Jeffrey Dahmer series was released. Not many people like was talking about Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, I mean they had a movie. You know Ross Lynch, the guy that was on Austin and Ally. Did you ever watch Austin and Ally?
I did, but I don't like remember much since it was like a long time
The
ago.
the main actor, Ross Lynch,
Yeah.
the white boy.
Yes.
They made a movie on Netflix. I think it's still on Netflix called Jeffrey or My Friend Jeffrey Dahmer, and it was from the perspective of his best friend, and they made a movie about him. So like that's how I found out about Jeffrey Dahmer. I didn't know too much about him until the show came out, and then and then now everybody's talking about Jeffrey Dahmer. You know, you go on TikTok, people are fucking dressing like him, doing the fucking dance where he's like,
Yeah.
or shit
I did
like
a video on
that.
it.
like, dude, like
I did a
everybody's
video.
talking about him, and it's a little fucked. I mean, I mean, some of the videos are fucking hilarious,
Yeah.
but like, it's a little fucked because like, I mean, he's still a murderer. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know about Ted Bundy?
Yes.
Ted Bundy was a fucking psychopath. It's like if everybody was celebrating Ted Bundy. It's weird. Ted Bundy he would go kill, I don't know if he killed just women, but he would kill
I'm pretty sure it was
women,
just women.
then he would rape them while they were dead,
Yeah.
and then fucking like bury them or some shit.
You know about
It's
the
fucking
box,
psycho.
the toy box killer?
No.
So there was a guy, I forgot his name, but there was a guy, he would like bring women, I'm pretty sure he would like drug women and bring them into like his like trailer, and it was soundproof. He had he had murder tools, he had everything. He had sex toys for like while he was torturing them at months on end, and he would sometimes release the women if they didn't die already, but he would like just torture them.
I mean, when they got released, what would happen then? Wouldn't they go to the authorities?
I don't know. I think that they were just so like
Scared of him?
yeah, that they just wouldn't do that.
Where'd you hear this about?
TikTok.
TikTok?
Yeah.
Did this guy ever get caught or anything?
He got caught. There was a woman that she waited for the guy to go to work. She stole his keys. She got his keys. She like reached or like she did something, but like she wasn't changed, I'm pretty sure. And she reached and she got his keys, unlocked herself and left. And she ran, I'm pretty sure, naked to the police department, and he got caught later that day.
Oh, shit. And how long did this guy do this for?
I don't know.
There's some sick people out there.
Yeah.
You know, I've actually always been scared. I mean, not really anymore, but when I was younger, I used to think about, like, getting married and stuff. And, like, I was like, what if you get married to, like, a serial killer? I mean, it's less likely for a guy to get married to a woman serial killer. Because I feel like most serial killers are men. I could be wrong. Don't cancel me. But I feel like it's a little bit scary. I mean, you're with somebody for so long, and then you have no clue that they're, like, off.
There's actual people that
Or,
are
like,
attracted to killers.
Yeah, I've heard about that. That's
yeah, and there's a
fucking
guy.
insane.
There's a guy that like I think he ran over a woman, and people are trying to bail him out because he's hot.
This is like recent shit.
I think a couple months ago.
He ran over a woman, and they're trying to bail him out because he's hot.
Yeah, they have like a whole Patreon. Oh no, a
What the
GoFundMe.
fuck?
A GoFundMe. They have a whole GoFundMe for this guy. He's white. He kind of looks like you. He kind of looks like you. He kind of looks like you. And I'm sorry, I'm coming on your show and I'm just saying that. But
I'm
like,
not a white dude though. I'm not white.
yeah, I know you're Hispanic.
What am I?
Dominican.
How the fuck you know that?
I saw the domino tables.
Oh shit. Okay.
Hey, you play, I know you play dominoes. You have
Yeah.
to.
I'm Dominican and Venezuelan. I'm just light as hell. I'm not white at all. A lot of people get that confused, but no. I look very white though, so I don't blame them.
You give that thick little hoodie look.
Yeah, I mean, no, I did. I mean, I dress like a white boy. I mean, I feel like I dress
I
like
do
a white
too.
boy. You know, look at me, bro. I'm fucking wearing a Myrtle Beach fucking hoodie. Fucking white boy energy. I don't really give a fuck though. I mean, it is what it is. Shit, man. Back rooms. What do you know about the back rooms?
Oh my god.
I've been dying to talk about this.
It's an endless cycle of torture. I literally like had a question on like why do the people that go to the back rooms, why do they like have to wear like the hazmat suits and everything? I know it's like if the air isn't good, but yeah, they all like have hazmat suits and everything.
I mean, it's like you ever watch Stranger Things?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. Like, I mean, when you're going into like an unknown area, you don't know what the fuck's there, so you wear a whole hazmat suit. You remember when they first went into the Upside Down, like season 1, and they were all wearing like hazmat suits and everything. Not like the main characters, like the scientists and shit. Like that's what it is. They're scientists, like just going in trying to test shit. You know, a lot of people. You know, there's some people that think the back rooms are actually real. You think it might actually be real? I don't think so, but you wouldn't know, because I mean, you get in the back rooms, you're fucked. So.
Anything is freaking possible at this point. Flying cars are now a thing.
I saw that. Like, there's actually real flying cars now.
Yeah, there's a flying car.
When do you think it's gonna be street legal though? Like, when do you think we're just gonna be chilling and a flying car is gonna land and park right next to you, just randomly, and that's gonna be normal?
Maybe by the next 100 years.
Really? You think?
Yeah, because look at how modern the stuff is like now. I don't think, especially like scientists, they have to make a whole bunch of shit just to go up to that point where you could just park a flying car. And you're gonna have to change all the streets and like change buildings.
I mean, how is that gonna work? I mean, if there's just flying cars in the sky, I mean, they have to come up with some sort of like way to travel.
Yeah.
In the sky. I mean, if you're just everybody's a flying car in the sky, you're gonna hit another car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because then, what the fuck happens then? Or is it like planes? They just like have air traffic control people.
No, there's a dude that made like maybe by the size of this whole room. No, I'm lying. This carpet to the end of the room. That made like a flying car. It's like not that big.
Wait, like the one with the big fan?
Yeah.
The one,
With the
I know what you're talking
parachute on
about.
top?
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that.
He's already like selling them. He's selling them already.
He's selling them? So he's manufacturing them?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Do you have to have like a license for that? You just fucking
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
grab
you
it
have
and
to have
just
like
go
a
fuck it?
flying license or something.
Shit, man. That's weird.
What about air traffic? I don't know if that's gonna become a thing.
You don't think so? I was thinking like I really thought in depth about it one day. I feel like there would be like levels.
There's so much air in between here and like to outer space where you could just fly around and just fuck around and do shit.
Yeah, but you can't go too high. I mean, if you go too high, planes can't go that high. You go too high, the altitude gets too high, and
And then you're not gonna be able to breathe.
yeah, that, and then like I think it messes with the plane.
Yeah.
Something like that.
But I
Gravity
mean,
gets harder.
by the next 100 years, they're gonna fix that.
Think
Where you
Elon
could
Musk,
probably just fly over the atmosphere.
for real, you think Elon Musk gonna do it? You're gonna create something. Elon Musk is.
He's
a
already
genius.
creating like a chip to go into your head.
Oh, I heard about the what is it called? Is that him? I
Yeah,
thought that
he
was
created-
the Facebook guy. The
No, he created-
nano strip tech, something in your head.
Yeah, Elon Musk created a microchip to go into people's head. I think it's for people with disabilities.
Whoa, what is it gonna do?
I really don't know, but it might like if somebody like has like a leg that just doesn't work or something, they just might the chip might just make waves or like electro waves or something like that go to their legs and just make them work or something.
What? Yo, imagine you ever heard about what are they called, dude? It's like I don't know if it's available now, but it's definitely being talked about, like bioengineering babies. Like you could basically like like Build-A-Bear, you could build a baby. Like you can actually make your own child. Like you put like you get the semen and then you get the eggs and you make them, but they put it in a lab and you could genetically modify your kid to like be whatever you want. I heard about it on Joe Rogan. Like he brought on a scientist that talked about it. It's called like apple something. Like it's called something like that. And like you can actually genetically mutate your kid to like be a certain height, change the eyes, the hair color, certain things like that. And I feel like if we ever get to that point, I feel like that would be a very unfair advantage because obviously it would cost a lot of money. You can't just
That's gonna cost maybe
millions of dollars.
Yes.
To genetically mutate your kid, but then you do that. Are they really human? Do they continue to be regular humans, or are they some sort of
there
extra
has
alien?
to be something that like when they first released that's not gonna be.
I mean, that's not you. Is
It's
that
not
even legal? You can't just modify people. Like, you can't just mess with DNA. I feel like
Yeah.
that's a like crime against humanity.
Yeah, definitely.
Because
But
what if it mutates wrong?
yeah, and then it just becomes something that just doesn't just
Like an
can't.
alien or zombie and
Yeah.
fucks everybody up. That's how the zombie apocalypse starts, bro. From some genetic mutation of like some human or something. Think aliens are real?
Yes. I'm not gonna lie.
Why you gotta think about it?
I mean, there is so much evidence that says yes, but I just don't know if I want to believe it because there hasn't really been much that just shows like that. Like aliens right now, they probably are looking for another planet that has life on it.
I mean, I think there's no way there's not aliens. I don't know if there's aliens on Earth, but I think when you really think about it, if the telescopes and all the outer space things are right, Earth is so small. We don't even know everything about Earth. There's like the oceans make up, I think I talked about this before on the podcast, they make up something like 70 something percent of the Earth, and we don't know the majority of it. We don't know what's in it. We don't know how deep it is. We don't know the animals that are in it. We know a lot, but there's still a lot more that we don't know.
I'm pretty sure we like only like have like 15% of the ocean.
Yeah, it's some super low number.
Yeah.
And that's just our planet. Think about how many other planets there are in the galaxy, let alone the cosmos. And, humans, we're smart. But we are also very dumb. So, like, there's no way we are the only living source in all of that. Or, like, advanced living source. Obviously, there's, like, probably bacteria and other, like, small life organisms on other planets. But I feel like a fully functioning organism, I feel like there has to be more out there. Some aliens. And, I mean, we're not the smartest. We might be the smartest on this planet. But I feel like there has to be some sort of civilization smarter than us somewhere. And if they do exist, they probably found a way to not be detected by us. You know what I'm saying? So they could be watching us right now and then we just don't fucking know. They say Joe Rogan, he had a few of these people come on the podcast, like military dudes, and they feel like there's always these things that fly over these bases, but the base can't do anything about it. They try to shoot it down. They try to do things. They just constantly fly over and scramble all of their their radars, and they can't do anything about it because they're so far advanced. And they don't really want to talk about it because what they don't want to do, and this is why the government won't tell us that aliens do exist, is because then it causes a panic. People start going, oh, I mean, well, if there's aliens and they could just swoop down at any moment and kill us, then what's the point of me going to my job? What's the point of me doing this? And then people stop functioning. People stop going, oh, but this doesn't matter because, at any moment aliens could come. So people will just stop functioning. The world stop functioning. Everything goes to shit. So that's why the government can't really tell us. They're giving us piece by piece. The government did tell us aliens are real. They legally announced and have documents saying that aliens do exist without saying aliens exist. They said that they found an extraterrestrial ship that came from off-world, and they do have possession of it. They don't say where, they don't say how, but they say that it's like legal. They released it. They released it last June, I think, something like that. And the reason why, you remember when last year when we said we were going to storm Area 51?
Yeah.
Remember that whole thing?
Huh?
You think the government actually, if they had something valuable in Area 51 or around there, they would even let people get anywhere near it?
No. It's like, I think, no. Isn't the gate for Area 51 50 miles from the actual base?
Yeah, but even then, they bro, before everybody said, oh, they were gonna storm Area 51 like September 1st or September
Yes, yeah,
21st,
yeah.
something like that. Way before any of that happened, they probably transferred whatever they had in Area 51 to some other disclosed location. So Area 51 is nothing now. It's just like a tourist attraction. People still think stuff happens in Area 51, but I promise you there's nothing in there. It's too publicized now. Everybody knows about Area 51. There's no way in hell they have anything actually valuable or secretive in that base anymore. It's supposed to be, what, like an air base? It's just a military air base, that's what they say. But they probably have millions and millions of facilities around the world and in the United States where they have crazy stuff that we don't know about. I mean, they say the military is 50 years ahead of any technology that we're aware of. Like, that's the estimate, that the U.S. military has 50 years of technology ahead of us than what is available to the public. So, I mean, think about, I forgot what it's called, like the stealth plane that they have in the military. I'm gonna search it up, actually. That stealth plane literally looks like a fucking alien spacecraft. Stealth, I think it's a stealth bomber. If you would see that thing fly over you and you had no clue where the fuck that came from, 100% you're thinking that's a UFO.
That, yes, I've seen
What
that.
the fuck is
I've
that?
seen that. I've seen that.
What is that?
I've seen that.
That's a UFO right there. Like, dude.
Oh, have you seen that there's people that have seen a UFO?
I mean, there's tons of people
That
say.
might be what they're talking about, because I think it was
this
like,
shit.
yeah.
Look at that thing.
It looks like
what the fuck is that?
Did you hear about like the $1 bill thing that they are there's like subliminal messages within the $1 bill or something. Like if you fold it and like put like a mirror over it, there's like an alien that shows up or something.
For a $1 bill?
On a $1 bill.
Why would they put it on a $1 bill?
I don't know. What do you think about the Illuminati?
I think it's definitely a real organization.
I think it is.
It's on the dollar bill.
Jim Carrey has talked about it on live too. He said that there might he can't talk about it much because the government might just do something. And there is so much. There are like this I forgot what it is, but I'm pretty sure it has something to do with the Illuminati. But there's rappers that get this star ring finger, and everybody who has gotten it died. Everyone. I can show you who.
I mean, these celebrities, they talk about elites. Like, that's what they're called, the elites. And it's like some secret society. I forgot what this guy, I think his name is Alex Jones. Do you know who Alex Jones is? The, like, chubby guy that he's been on Joe Rogan's thing. I think he even went on Impulsive. Let me show. Alex.
Oh, this guy?
Yeah, that guy. You seen that guy? He talks about this story where he got into this, he followed, apparently every year or every so often, there's this meeting with all these celebrities, like really, really high celebrities, and they meet in a forest. They wear robes, like fucking KKK members. They wear robes and they burn shit. Like, and he has real video. I'll see if I find the video and put it on this thing. He has videos where he snuck into one of them because he's, a popular person. But like, he like has a video of like celebrities. Jim Carrey was there. Fucking, he said like Justin Bieber was there. Like, high people, and they do like rituals and shit. And like, it's all a part of the Illuminati. Like, it's like some elite shit.
It was Bohemian Grove, so they called it that, because people did whatever they wanted, and it was open, and they had like poetry, and they had plays, and all the rest of it. Then by the time Howard Taft became president, the Republicans basically bought it. So the reason it's important is the Republicans go there to, like, they ship in all these private hookers, all these jets land nearby. but they also have a lot of gay sex, which they use then to basically compromise people into the cult. And so there's a lot of gay sex.
How do you know this?
It came out in news articles. No one ever got footage of it. I was in there for one day. I snuck in. I looked good back then. They hit on me a lot. I had people I recognized from TV walking around. Hey, let's go right now. I mean, it's a big gay hookup deal for Republicans. I'm just telling you what it is. And then they've got this ritual that's only the feeder group. So I'm sitting there during the ritual, and I'm like, hey, this is pretty cool. And the dude goes, shut up, I'll kill you. And they're all taking it very seriously. And I'm not saying it's a gay thing. I'm saying that some of that goes on there.
You were saying it was cool and people were getting angry that you were saying
No, I mean, I was just quietly going, oh, this is really interesting. And they're like, shut up, this is a very important ritual. And they were taking it very serious. This hearse comes in with the body of a child. It is an effigy. They're not killing it. And
it's just a bundle of sticks, right?
Yeah, well, it looks like a kid. No, later, others infiltrated later that worked there and got us photos of it. It's an image of a kid. It's a little kid.
Because Moloch in biblical is who they sacrifice the Canaanite.
It's a
kids.
bull, but they do it as an owl. But
They do it as an owl, yeah. But that's from the Bible, is you would sacrifice a child to Moloch.
Give not your children to the fires of Moloch.
Right,
And so I've given it to experts in religious history. It's not even, from Christian perspective. Yeah. It's a Faustian deal mixed with Babylonian and religious stuff from Tyre.
Yeah. It's quirky.
Look at that. Look at that owl god and look at the fire underneath the owl god.
And there's Ronald Reagan.
I mean, if you saw that, if you were in the woods and you just saw that, you would be terrified.
You know about Skull and Bones?
What is that?
Skull and Bones is like so they say that this happens at colleges. Like, it's something called like Skull and Bones, or they call it different things, where it's like basically an elite society. It's like a cult. And it happens at some very elite colleges, and supposedly it happened at Yale, that there was a secret society. It was like a cult where they like controlled a bunch of shit, like behind the scenes, and like they would have basically blackmail on you. You ever watch Riverdale? They kind of have something like that in Riverdale in the show. Like, kind of, obviously it's a lot fictional. It's a fucking show, but it's basically they get blackmail on you, and what they'll do is they'll tell you to do things, and they'll make you, basically the leader will have some sort of, let's say you're posing as a straight guy, and you have sex with a guy. They'll have a video of you having sex, and then they'll be like, if you don't do this, then we're gonna release it.
And back then people were really not.
Exactly, and then they'll also make you get blackmail on somebody else, and it'll just be a chain and chain and chain, and you'll get more people in it, and it's like a secret society that controls things behind the scenes. And that's where they're saying that's where Bohemian Grove came from. Bohemian Grove is like a bunch of elite celebrities that basically do that to each other, that they have blackmail on each other, and then it's like a cult. It's weird shit that happens behind the scenes. And I don't know if I actually believe if this stuff's real, but this guy Alex Jones
honestly
says it is. All right, so I'm very curious. Do you feel like at your age, or just younger generations in general, do you guys feel like racism is still a serious problem, or do you think it's more just oh shit, my AC? But yeah, I mean, do you think you still face racism, like real racism, or do you think it's more just a joke, even though it's not okay if it's a joke? Do you think like it's still a serious problem for younger generations?
I mean, I don't really care. I think, I have actually gotten like racially profiled, but if it's like another kid, I don't really care, to be honest. But there was this like woman at the store. I went to the store to go pick something up to make something at home, and this woman, she was obviously like Caucasian, and she kept following me around the store and asking me if I needed help, and it was like a packed store too, and because I was living in a predominantly Caucasian area.
So this wasn't here?
No, it wasn't here. I used to live in Yonkers, and it was like really like white. And this woman, she just kept following me. It was packed, and there were like there was a whole bunch of other people, but she went to me, and I got banned from a place before because a woman thought I was stealing, and the woman over here by the middle school, like across the street from the middle school.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The deli.
Yeah, the deli.
Yeah.
She said she was watching me like very closely, and she was like, "Oh, you stole something," and I'm like, "No, I didn't. What are you talking about?" And then she's like, "Yeah, you did. Empty your pockets." And I'm like, "Lady, I'm not gonna steal anything if I'm already buying something from you."
Mm-hmm.
And she just keeps like pushing me, and then I was like, "All right, fine. I'm gonna just empty my pockets." There was nothing in my pockets except for the money that I was gonna use to pay, and then I just left. I've only been there one other time because I couldn't go back there.
And that doesn't get you upset.
It got me pissed, and I told my parents too, and they were like, "Yeah, don't go back there." But um, yeah, I only went there like one other time, and that's it. Um, but yeah, racism is really like a big problem, and I get it if you're like joking. Older people.
Do you think it's okay to joke about it though?
I mean, to the right person, yes. But if you just mess around with the wrong people, then no. You might just get popped in the face just for like talking about somebody's skin color. And even if it's not just black people, it can be of any race. It could be an Asian. It can be an Indian. It can be anyone, or you, even a white person. You might just get popped in the face just for talking about their skin color. And you just gotta make sure, like, if you're going to joke about it, make sure it's one of your friends.
Yeah.
Cause if it's just up to a stranger and you'd be like, "Ha, you're this color," and you just start talking about them, they're actually gonna get pissed and they don't know if you're actually joking.
I mean, do you think? I mean, you remember back in the day, or not? You remember in like movies and stuff. Like you would see like when it's back in the day, like people would actually be racist, like kids to other kids would be racist to each other.
Yeah,
is
there
that
was a- there
like
was a-
now? Do you think that still happens now, where they're being serious, not just joking, even if you don't know them, and somebody's like trying to say a joke? Do you think it's like serious, like somebody's actually racist to you in your school?
The thing is with racism is it's not something that is just there. You have it taught to you by your parents. You don't just go out one day and just say you're black, you're this and that, and start calling people names. Your parents are other people that teach you that, and obviously that's not how you're supposed to be with your child. But yeah, it's
So if somebody was racist to you, you wouldn't blame it on them. You would blame it on their parents.
I'll blame it on their parents. I would definitely blame it on them because they're the ones that are calling me that.
Right.
But yeah, I would blame it on their parents because how would they know that not to like other other skin people unless it's like by their parents.
Yeah.
Cause you really can't get it from the internet. Cause you see people retaliating against it, but if your parents just keep saying it and saying it and saying it, you have it just stuck in your mind, and then you're just gonna do it.
It's just the way you're raised.
Yeah.
I think we're so, not past that. I feel like as a society, we should be past that at this point. That we're all one. We're all human beings. I mean, back in the day, shit was all fucking all over the place. I mean, when slavery and all that stuff started, it was, we thought the fucking planet was flat. I mean, come on. Like, this is some bullshit. We should move past it. We shouldn't forget about it, but we should learn that we're all just humans trying to do what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like us judging each other by the color of our skin or judging each other because of what the fuck we like is just so unnecessary, and it makes life more complicated.
So a lot of my problems I don't really talk about with other people because it's none of their business. That's one, and two, my parents just gonna be annoying about it. So, yeah.
You think being a male, you can't be vulnerable and express your feelings?
You're talking about my TikTok, aren't you?
I'm talking about your damn TikTok. Why do you think that, man? That's not true. Being vulnerable is being strong.
towards women, I've experienced it firsthand in a relationship that I was in, but if I express my feelings, a girl is gonna like say that either I'm being weak, I'm complaining, or just say that I'm like, I don't know. But you can't really talk about, I don't really talk about my feelings around girls because they just think it's weird, and girls mainly talk about their problems, and us guys, we just have to stay with it, and we just get called weak for expressing it. But I want that to change. I do want it to change, but it's just how the world is right now. I made a TikTok about it, but
This is some advice, like really to you. If you ever feel like you cannot be vulnerable around a girl, whether she's a friend, whether she's a love interest, whether anything, I'm telling you right now, she's not the girl for you. Like I've seen it, I've been through it. I am a very I don't know if I'm super sensitive, but I feel like I'm a good amount sensitive. And I have a lot of, I mean, not so much anymore, but I used to deal with a lot of anxiety and shit. And I used to feel like I couldn't tell girls that at all. And I would tell some girls that, and then, sometimes, not that they would pick on me, but they would try to pretend like they care, and I knew they didn't fucking care. And those girls were just not for me, bro. I'm telling you, if you ever feel like you cannot be vulnerable with a girl or with your girl, whatever it is, she is not the girl for you. The right girl for you will care about how you feel. The right girl for you, like, you don't have to worry about being vulnerable. You don't have to worry about thinking that you're weak because you're a man. I'm telling you, you are who you are. Some guys really, like, they just don't deal with any of that shit. Some guys, like, really just wake up and they're just not fucking, they don't have anxiety. They weren't programmed that way. And it's not because they're hiding it. They just don't have that shit. Some guys do. I'm one of those guys. Like, I deal with a lot of anxiety. I deal with overthinking. I do all that shit. And the girls that you surround yourself with, or just the people that you surround yourself with, should see that and love you and still care about you the same way. Like, you shouldn't have to hide shit from anyone.
But it's just like this generation too, because now all the girls, they're like very, I'm not gonna say derogative, but they're very like out there.
Mm-hmm.
And they really just don't care as much as before, where you can actually do that and a woman would actually care. But now I don't really know, I barely know any women that actually can care about a guy's feelings, or just can say or just like not spill their business to their friends and start laughing about.
Yeah, I do get you, bro. Like, I've seen it. These girls out here are ruthless.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
They are, and they're fucking mean.
Yeah,
they're mean, man.
They're mean as hell.
But I'm telling you, there's dead some good girls out there. Like, it's just, you don't. It's, I think what it is we get so even attracted to the bad girls because they're the ones that publicize themselves. Mm-hmm. There's the ones that you see on social media. They're the ones that you hear mad loud talking in the halls or shit, and so that your attention's on them. But that's what they want.
Hot Cheeto
the hot Cheeto
the
fucking
hot
girl.
Cheeto girls.
Literally. But those are the fucking worst girls.
Yeah.
Like, realistically, they fucking suck.
And they're toxic, and just people just think they're hot and everything. But for me personally, I think I'm more of an old soul.
Word.
Cause
Word.
I don't care about anyone's looks. I really could care less about what you look like. You have to have a good personality, and you have to actually care. Mm-hmm. People just say that just to say that, but I actually 100% mean it. I could date anyone as long as they have.
Oh, so you're a slut.
No. Yo, I'm about to walk off this show.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but you were just like, bro, what the fuck? I'm sorry, I had to. It was just so perfect. Okay.
I mean, But I could date a girl. I need to date a girl that actually cares about my feelings. I can't date someone because of the looks.
I mean, for the way that I see it is, I mean, realistically, the way that I have lived my life is the looks attract you to the person, right? The personality is what makes you stay. You know, you can be with the most beautiful person on the planet. If they're boring, if they're, you know, like just so stuck up, you're not gonna want to be with them.
Yeah.
Like you might look good with them. You might, when you go out, people are like, "Oh, yo, that's your girl. Good shit, dab you up." But realistically, at the end of the day, you're the one that's gonna have to be with them. So if you don't like their personality, you're gonna hate your life. So, I mean, looks are not everything. They really aren't. The personality is the best part of humans.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
I mean, you're still, I mean, how old are you?
14.
14? Dude, you got some life ahead of you, man. I'm
Yeah.
only 17. I'm not that much older than you. Like, really. And I still have fucking a lot of bullshit ahead of me, too. But, like, you're gonna learn that you can see, I mean, Drake said it himself, you know? Like, fuck, I forgot the line that he said, but it's like, just,
I like girls who like girls.
no. he said like, it's not the end of a world. Oh, it's not the end of the world. It's just the end of the world that you have with one girl. Feel me? Like, you know, you get involved with this girl and you think she's gonna be everything. You know, she becomes your planet. You know, you revolve around her, and then shit doesn't work out with her, and you're like, fuck, my whole life's ruined. Everything's fucked. But that's not the truth, man. Like, sometimes you're gonna invest everything into one person, and they're just not gonna be the person for you. The important thing is that you learn from it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a freshman coming into high school. High school, realistically, I think you're gonna have a lot of fun in high school. High school is fun, but it's like a lot of people are gonna fuck with you, like in a bad way. People are gonna try to tear you down. You know, your friends that you have now might not be your friends, and I'm just being real with you because I've seen it happen. It's happened to me. That the friends that you start off high school with, they might not be your best friends when you finish, but try to not make enemies. Try to be cool with everybody, be nice to everybody. You know, you see a kid eating by himself, or you see a kid, you know, like he looks at, ask him what's up. Ask him, yo, you good? Like, it doesn't have to, you don't have to sit down and be like, yo, dude, I'm gonna be your best friend, da da da. You don't have to do that movie shit. Like in the movies where they sit down, oh, let's be best friends. Oh, come with me, dude. Yeah, let's hang out. No.
Yeah, right after school, let's go to my house.
Yeah, like,
Yep.
that shit is all bullshit. But you can still be a nice person.
Yeah.
You see a kid that he looks like he's having a bad day, go up to him, yo, bro, you good? Like, for real, you good? Talk to him.
I love helping people.
Yeah.
Like, I go around, in school, yeah, I know I'm a bit much and I do like a lot. And yeah,
I see you, bro.
I'm a bit much, but people don't know, but I can actually be a really mature person. And I love to help people. I like to help people through their tough times, their good times, and or like just be by their side. Or I know this kid, he is disabled, yes, but we are friends. His name is Matthias, and at the dance, I saw him, and well, obviously I knew he couldn't dance, but I helped him out, and I brought him into the middle of the floor, and we just all started dancing with Matthias, and everybody started cheering Matthias's name and everything, and that was the night, and that was the first night that I actually thought that I helped someone, because Matthias, he was just in the corner in his wheelchair, just looking all sad, and I said, you know what, Matthias, come on with me, and then we just started dancing. I started like bringing him around and everything, and it was like a really fun night. It was the night that I feel like I changed his life.
I mean,
Not like his life, but
you gave him a really good memory.
yeah.
I mean, you think about it, your one little kind act that you in your life might not be that
Impact
big
you?
could really impact somebody else. Like, somebody else could be having a really bad day or having a really bad week, and you doing that little act of kindness could change everything for them. Like realistically, they could. I mean, they talk about this guy. We were talking the other day in school about this one guy that tried to commit suicide on off the Golden Gate Bridge. He jumped off, and he survived. But he talked about how he walked the Golden Gate Bridge like 3 times or something, back and forth. And he said if anybody smiled at me, he wouldn't jump. Anybody. If they just smiled at him, looked his way, he wouldn't have jumped. And nobody did. So he jumped. But he survived, and he comes back and he says, you never know what little act of kindness could really change somebody. Just think about if he did die. That would have been a fucking tragedy. But
And we would never know why he actually did it.
exactly. But you couldn't, you could have prevented that. Somebody could have prevented that just by looking at him and smiling. And think about how many people don't survive because nobody was kind to them. Nobody did something so little. I mean, dude, you're in line sometimes, or even driving. The way that I do it, I mean, I drive, you don't drive yet. Sometimes I'd be driving and like mad cars be passing and nobody stops for the car or the person to pass the street or walk across the street. And I try like every other time, if not every time, I try to stop and let the person go because you never really know. People be dicks. People don't fucking stop. People just keep going. So you do that one and people will be like happy and shit. And it's something so little. But you never know. Somebody be like, oh, thank you. You let me cross the street when nobody else is letting me cross the street. That's something so little, but that, could be really nice. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody paid for me when I went to McDonald's once. I was in the drive-thru. Somebody paid for my order. Somebody was being nice. They were like, oh, yeah, the person in front of you just paid for your order. So I paid for the person behind me. And I don't know what the person behind me did, but it's just that little kinds or acts of kindness that can make such a difference. And I think it's important. We're all humans. Things are hard. Things get tough. Nobody really knows. I mean, especially this generation you talk about, these men do not want to fucking share their feelings. Think about how many dudes that are really going through like a really, really tough time and they go to school and pretend like everything's cool and they pick on other people and everybody thinks it's a joke. They're just a funny guy. Secretly, they're going through some deep shit and you just being nice or yo, bro, you good? Like you could talk to me could make a really big difference in their life. You know what I'm saying?
I was that kid once.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be totally honest. Like, I don't really talk about it much, but honestly, now I can talk about it. But I was bullied all my life, and I got jumped twice. I got kicked, punched, damn near everything to me, and it was like all in like elementary school, and it happened through middle school too. It stopped, but it stopped when I moved here. But I have scars that did like a huge impact to me. It was like life was really hard. It was really, really hard. People, they don't care about other people. And it's really sad. It's just the way life is right now, but it's really sad. And I want to try to make the biggest impact to the world that I can by just being nice to other people. And people that know me personally, they know that I am the person that they can go to when they have a problem because I've either been through it or they can just let it out in front of me. People have cried in front of me, just talk to me about anything. And it just makes me feel good that I'm the person that they think of coming to when they have a problem because I'm good to other people.
So my question is, so who's this person that I see at school? Because I knew you had this person in you. Because, the second you texted me all that stuff, I was like, first off, I didn't fucking expect that from you. I was like, whoa. Like, I deadass teared up in class reading that shit because I was like, I was not expecting that from you. And then when I was speaking to you, I was with my boys and shit, and I even told them, I was like, yo, let's go walk somewhere else. Because I seen it in your eyes that you had that passion. You had a light in you. And I saw that shit. That's why I was like, oh, let's go talk. And then we started talking about it. And you start talking about the topics. I was like, yo, come on the podcast yourself. Like I said, I have not invited anybody younger than me on because I don't think they can really hold like a good conversation. But I knew you had that in you. So what is this person that I see at school? I'm not saying it's bad. It's just I feel like it's a whole nother
It's
person.
a whole different person.
So
I know
why?
it is. I mean,
I get it. You know, kids at fucking school, they like on dick. You know, sometimes you just gotta fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like,
I do it to Gabe.
yeah, it happens.
I grabbed him. I was like, yo, shut the fuck up, damn. Stop being
literally.
on my dick.
I get it, dude. I get it 100%. But I feel like you should show your kindness. You should show that good heart of you more often. People, you know, some people are not going to appreciate it. They won't.
Can't show who I really am to other people because
you have to, dude.
people take it for advantage.
So let them take it for advantage. Let them fucking they're going to feel shitty. What you got to do is you got to give everybody 100% of you all the time. And when people don't give 100% back, that's when you take it away from them. You stop giving them that. But I feel like you going out there and not giving 100% to everyone, they're not going to know who you really are, bro. I could see it in you. You're a good person. But you got to show people that. You can't keep it hidden because you're scared that people will take advantage of you. People, no matter what you do in your life, people are going to take advantage of you. It's going to happen. Like, there's no way to prevent it. I mean, you're just starting high school. Be kind to everyone, bro. Like, I get it. People get annoying. Got to fucking shut them up. I get it. But, like, really, show the good side of you. Show the good heart of you. People will come along and appreciate that a lot more. I'm telling you, bro. That's some advice for you. You know, some advice for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you're a good person. I see it. Show that, man. Like, I'm telling you, a lot of people, genuine people see genuine people. You're a genuine person. You know, you be nice to everybody. Another genuine person is going to come along and see that shit. And, you know, you might spark a real connection. You know what I'm saying? And the girl you have now, man, congratulations. I don't even know who the fuck she is. But you just told me you got a girl, bagging girls and shit. You came right on the podcast, seeing a girl and shit. Like, good shit, man. Like, be good to her. Don't be scared to be vulnerable around her. You know, show who you really are. And if people don't appreciate that, then walk away. You know what I'm saying? There's millions of people out there, billions of people out there. You know, if somebody doesn't like you for who you are, who cares?
Fuck it,
There's going to be other people that do. You know what I'm saying? So, man, friends, they be weird. You get around a girl, you can start acting weird, start making jokes. Hey, why you making jokes? What's good with you, man? Why you acting different? Oh, you making fun of me because there's a girl around? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, weirdo. Like, fucking hate motherfuckers. This is Gabe. That's Gabe right there.
Yeah.
Right
He'll be yeah, he got I'm sorry, Gabe. Yeah, you got mad hoes. You got mad hoes. I'm there and he's like, yo, Aiden, shut the fuck up. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
he starts acting like my damn grandfather. Like, Jesus Christ. I get it. You in front of a girl, but damn, act cool. You could put me on too.
Word, Gabe. Like, what you doing?
Yeah, what
Riz.
you doing?
Riz,
Mans.
bro. Oh God. Nah, Gabe's a cool guy. Gabe, he has his moments. He acts up in front of girls sometimes. Sometimes I gotta set him straight. I'll be like, Gabe, what the fuck you doing? Stop.
Yeah.
But you know, Gabe's just trying to look for love too, man. He's just looking for it in his own way.
Yeah.
It was just the wrong way. Be better, Gabe.
Yeah, don't play with me.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'll give you that 1-2 McDonald's punch.
Ooh. Boxing match? We gonna set up a boxing match?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Gabe's a big guy. Gabe's a fucking big guy. You're not scared of no one.
No, I'm
you
really
say that
not.
a lot.
I say it a lot too. That's something that I live by. I'm not scared of anyone.
Why is that? Who'd you get that from? You just been born like that? You had a role model
No,
like that?
I used to be a scared ass bitch. I got into throughout my life maybe 10, 15 fights.
Whoa. Like fist fights?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Actual fights.
Oh fuck. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Because I lived in the Bronx too. Bronx and Yonkers. I moved to 3 different places. I lived in South Bronx and then I moved to Yonkers and then I moved here. But South Bronx was the worst. Everyone talked shit about everyone. It was like every man for himself. And the only way you can get past it is by fighting, pretty much. There was no such thing as talking out your feelings with anyone. That's just not a thing in the Bronx. And especially people that grew up in the Bronx and probably just moved here, or just people that still live in the Bronx, they know that, and it's just a code, I guess, at this point. You can't express your feelings to anyone. That's it was like, just calling me. So I didn't really get me being scared from. I kind of like just I built my own, like, not like a wall, but I built my own armor. You know, I don't really get affected by much, and like people that are bigger than me, I got beaten up by people bigger than me, and it just really doesn't. I really don't care anymore, especially because I've gotten like physically stronger, and mentally stronger. Not much really affects me, so I just don't. I'm just not really scared of anyone.
I mean, me personally, I've never been in a fight, like a real fight. Obviously, I've had scuffles. I mean, I've had sports arguments, like sports, like while I'm in sports, like people test me and I like get in their face and stuff like that. But nothing like, I have never fist fought anyone. The only person I've come closest is like Gabe, but it was when we were younger. It was like I don't know, probably elementary school, maybe the start of middle school. Me and him were just both chilling, and my brother like instigated like a fight, and then me and him just started like full out fighting. But that was a long time ago. Now Gabe would probably beat my ass, so like I probably wouldn't do that. But
Yeah.
I don't think I take really disrespect from anyone.
Yeah,
I mean,
there was a kid that when we were at the presentation, I was talking with Jaden. She was sitting right next to me, and she's a sister to me, and the other side of me, there was another kid, and out of nowhere he just smacks me on the back of the head. You know what I do? I get up and I start choking him in front of everyone, and people were just staring at me, and like I get up and I like pinch his throat, and like hard as fuck, and he starts like that. He starts like that, and I tell him, "Don't you ever disrespect me or hit me like that again."
word, and not even that, like in front of a girl too, like that's dead. Like,
Nah,
that's
I don't
meat
care if
ride.
it's in front of
That's
Jay.
meat ride, bro. I'm just like I hate. Yo, I'm not gonna
And
lie. I
then
hate when dudes do that.
And then
shit.
he said, "Oh, because they told me to." I was like, "Shut the fuck up. I don't
Word.
really give a fuck. You have the power to do it yourself. Don't do it. Don't touch me."
Right.
Like,
I don't like when people do that shit. Especially like I don't like when people like there's a difference between like fucking with you and like low key disrespecting you. Like
Yeah.
I don't like
That was
behind the
disrespect.
neck shit. I hate that. When motherfuckers slap me behind the neck, I get so tight. I'm like, all right, let's go, let's fight. Let's do it.
What do you think about like mental disabilities and like anxiety and stuff like that? What do you go through?
Me personally, I mean I kinda said it before. I just have a lot of anxiety. You know, I don't think I have anything else besides that. I mean, my anxiety used to be really bad. I used to be really scared. Kind of just with everything. I was just always nervous about something, and I couldn't really control it. Now, now I get anxiety every once in a while, but I feel like I'm better at controlling it. It's more of I just kind of put myself in reality. Like what I do is I take deep breaths and I look around and I name 3 things that I can either hear or see. That puts me in the moment. And then, I just think like, who really cares? Like if I'm stressing about something, like who really gives a fuck? Like I just chill out. I feel good in the morning. Every once in a while, I feel very anxious when I wake up. I don't know why. And sometimes I just take deep breaths and then I say 3 things I'm grateful for. Like as soon as I wake up, I'm like, I'm grateful that I'm sleeping in a warm bed. I'm grateful that I get to drive to school. I'm grateful, I have best friends, a girl. Like I say things like that and then it just eases me. Or I'll just listen to music, something like that.
That's what I use. I like listening to music.
Yeah. You like lo-fi?
Yeah.
I go to sleep a lot listening to lo-fi sometimes.
I
It's
can't
just
have my
like-
TV on because my parents will be like, "Why you got the TV on? It's taking out electricity." And I'm like, whatever.
Whatever.
Because I have a Fire Stick, and with the Fire Stick you can connect your AirPods. So I connect my AirPods to the TV,
Word.
and I just listen to music for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. I like going to sleep to lo-fi or just like sometimes like just like hearing stuff in the background is nice. Just
Raining
have shit
music.
going.
Raining thing.
Rainy. Oh, like I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's just gas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me, I have been diagnosed with ADHD. I know it's like I know people like to talk about, oh, I have this, and they've never been like actually like diagnosed with it, and they just claim it. I hate this TikTok thing when the Tourette's people claim that they have Tourette's and they were caught without Tourette's.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like on TikTok, there's people that claim that they have Tourette's syndrome. You know what that is?
I know what Tourette's are, but how the
Oh.
fuck do you just claim you?
Yeah, and they like act like they have Tourette's, and they don't.
That's
have
kind of
Tourette's.
fucked up.
It is. It is.
What the
And they're
fuck?
proud of it too. They're like, I'm a proud member of being a Tourette's thing, and they're talking about their medication and everything, and it's fake medication.
So
They-
why do it?
I don't know.
I mean, I feel like living with
They just
Tourette's
want
would be
attention.
very like,
It's very hard,
yeah. Why the fuck would you want to fake that?
and they just want to like get attention. But I have been diagnosed with ADHD. I'm on my meds now, and it's been helping me a lot. Focus better, be more like mature about things. I think maybe that's what changed me. But
What is it like when you're not on it?
I'm a crazy ass person.
Mm.
Like I could just stare at the ceiling for I've stared at the ceiling for 3 hours at times, just doing nothing. No music, no nothing, dark room, just staring at the ceiling. I'm dead ass.
I mean, do you feel?
And I don't get tired.
Does it feel bad? Like, I mean,
You don't-
How do you live with that?
When I was just recently diagnosed at the beginning of summer, I was getting out of middle school, and my guidance counselor offered my parents like a free thing to go see if I actually have ADHD, because they were like, why is your son failing and everything? Because I've been failing since third grade, and I've had to go to summer school so many times, and it sucks. But when everyone found out that, and I used to claim that I actually have ADHD because I looked online and actually did like research on it, and I believed that I had ADHD. And when I found out that I had ADHD, I was like bawling for nights on end, because I was like, and then I like gained anxiety because I was like, what if now in high school, since now I'm going to high school, what if people actually would like think I'm a weirdo or think that I'm this or that? And I just like was overthinking shit. And when I started going to summer school, I asked around like, oh, do you know like people that have ADHD? And I found a couple people that actually have ADHD, and I found out that it's more common than it actually seems. And that kind of eased me a little bit. And when I started taking my meds, I kind of felt more focused. I feel more focused. I don't joke around much anymore, as much as I used to. I mean, I still do joke around, but I can actually sit down, take notes, and shut up for once. And yeah, it's like and once in a while it gives me a headache because the medicine, and it causes like drowsiness. So like by fifth throughout seventh, and then till after school, I'm like tired as hell. Like I'd slept in class. In the first 2 weeks of school, I was sleeping in class when I got my medicine. Yeah, so I got like in trouble a lot for the first 2 weeks. It's really hard living with a mental disability, because you have to be aware of yourself and how you have to how you have to carry yourself as a person, and how you have to and you have to think about how other people think about you, because there could be people like, oh, yeah, you have this and that's totally fine, and behind your back they'll be talking shit and then be like, oh, this kid's a weirdo and he has this, can never.
I don't think kids are really like that. I think that shit's in the movies. I mean, at least in this town, I mean, there's a lot of
People are
questionable people.
Yeah.
But I think, at least, I mean,
Generally,
I don't know how
people
your
are
grade is. I really don't know much people in your grade, but I feel like most kids aren't that mean. Dude, I mean,
No, they
you
would
know
be
what you
that.
are, what
Yeah,
you
they're
are.
not. They're that mean.
They're that mean?
Yeah.
I feel like your grade's a little meaner, though. I see, like,
Yeah, it is.
even the freshman, I'm like, why are you guys so mean to each other? Like, what's up with y'all? I don't know if it's just because, like, you guys are younger, you guys got to mature a little bit, but some of y'all are really mean.
Yeah.
For no reason.
And people just take it as a joke, and you really don't know if they actually take it as a joke.
Yeah.
So that you also have to be careful
Yeah.
about. But
Like always, every podcast has to come to an end, but I genuinely hope you guys enjoyed listening to me and Aiden talk about all sorts of stuff. And where can they find you online?
so you can just find me on TikTok. I only really have TikTok. They and then LUV Aiden_08.
And
that's my
it'll
TikTok.
also be linked in the description also, so you can find it there. If you had to leave the viewer with something memorable, what would it be?
Man, like, don't change yourself for other people. Always be who you want to be. Cause there's people that want you to change for them. That's not how you have to live life. Because at one point that person might just leave and then you're just stuck. So just be who you want to be, and whoever comes your way, take them in and they'll just be with you. You know?
That was valid. I really like that one. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Remember, we are also available to watch and listen on Spotify. And if you guys want me to get this podcast up on any other platforms, just let me know. More videos coming out every week. See you guys soon. Peace.
Peace.